So the first thing that we have to do is we have to iterate through all of our arguments, because all of the arguments are going to be possibly switches. So for each string argument in args, and then we check to see if an argument matches certain criteria. So in our case, we're going to have an argument that, well, first we should probably convert it to lower, because we don't want it to be case sensitive. Argument to lower is equal to, you can use a dash or a backslash, I do believe. I don't know if it's a backslash or a forward slash, so I just use a dash really. So argument to lower is equal to dot minimize or dash minimize. And this is going to minimize the form on startup. So this dot window state is equal to form window state minimized. And equals, not equal to. There you go. So it's going to start up. It's going to start up normally because no command line arguments have been passed into it. But if we go up to project, go into the properties of the project, and then go down to the debug tab, we can input debug options like switches and file names and stuff, just the arguments for the current build configuration. So I'm going to pass in minimize, and we're going to just capitalize I, because just to depict that it is not case sensitive. It should start up minimized. There it is. Very good. Okay, so let's just pretend that this button here is just a crazy feature that's loosely implemented in the program and could possibly raise bugs. So arguments to lower is equal to safe mode. This is a common switch, and we're just going to dispose of the button. Maybe we should just hide it, and the user won't be able to use that feature. So let's pass in that command line argument. So I'm going to kill the app, and we're going to separate our command line arguments by space, I do believe, and our second command line argument is going to be safe mode. So let's boot it up. It's going to be minimized to the taskbar, and it's also going to be in safe mode. And you may want to indicate that it's in safe mode by displaying safe mode in the text. With Internet Explorer, you have an option to start up Internet Explorer with no add-ons, and that's similar to safe mode. Command line arguments are a bit more useful when you're just calling a simple command line application from another application, and you want to specify some parameters for that application being called. So I'm going to just leave this like this, and we're going to display a message telling the user that an empty command line argument was sent in. Typically you want something a bit more descriptive than that. And let's pass in an empty command line argument. I don't even know if I can do that. Yeah, okay. If you want to pass in an empty command line argument, then just use quotations. You can wrap anything with, or you're going to have to wrap anything with spaces in it with quotations, otherwise it will be interpreted as separate command line arguments. The next step is to create a shortcut to call the command line arguments, or passing command line arguments to the shortcutted program. So let's do that right quick. I'm going to create a shortcut, and we're going to change its properties. So in the target here, I'm going to pass in minimize, and we're going to call our program using this shortcut, and it's going to start up minimized. Some people use separate command line arguments for similar uses, so I could be like time, and then I would check the command line argument after that for a number. and you don't want to do this. You want to have a separator like this and then have the time specified in the same argument, and then just parse that argument by either splitting it or using a regular expression. You just don't want to use separate arguments for the same kind of category or subject that the argument is targeting, because this may cause a lot of problems. That's pretty much it for command line switches. I'll see you later in the next video.